$2.7 billion, that's billion with a B, dollars wasted. That is how much the government spent on improper Medicare payments. That was last year alone. Also wasted $19.2 billion with a B on improper Medicaid payments. Those are your tax dollars. Nightly here On the Record, we put the spotlight on the government waste. Will it ever stop? Congressman Peter Roskam joins us. Congressman, is this ever going to stop? What are you going to do about this waste?
Well, the good news is that there's a remedy insofar as almost 10% of these payments are actually criminally fraudulent. And so the name of the game is to deploy the technology that's currently in the marketplace and use it for Medicare and Medicaid to detect fraud. In the same way that credit card companies for years have used what's known as predictive modeling to determine whether somebody is actually doing that purchase, actually in that location. There are algorithms and predictive models that can determine whether something's real. Or said another way, instead of getting a Medicare payer number, manipulating a code and getting a payment oftentimes to an offshore location, we can do much better if we simply bring Medicare and Medicaid up to the same technology that's out there.
You're trying to do that with a bill, right? And does the Department of Justice not have the capability of doing that now? Because part of their job is to prosecute people. You say 10% is fraud. Why aren't they prosecuting the 10% fraud? Because that would be a nice deterrent for a lot of people if they think that you could get pinched for it and go to prison.
There is some good effort that's underway in terms of DOJ and the work that they're doing. This is not a criticism of that. But here's the point. Why is this money going out the door, Greta, at the very beginning when it's fraudulent? It's an outrageous scandal that it's being paid out. So
here's another question. Why in 2013 are you and I having this conversation when it was happening in 2012, 11, 10, 9, 8? It's been going on for decades.
Well, here's the reason. As there's been waning revenues, and if things are slowing down, it's putting more and more pressure on folks to say, look, we've got to do things better, faster, and cheaper. And the old ways of being able to be fairly indulgent, and the government has been in the past, are over. So we've now got to come in and say, look, you can use technology. It's not blue sky stuff. This is well proven, and the comparison is overwhelming. Worldwide credit card transactions, the credit card fraud rate is 0.04%. compared to almost 8, 9, or 10% of Medicare fraud. And again, it's going out the door criminally. This is not some, patient that's getting an extra back rub or something. This is rings of criminals that are getting payment numbers, manipulating these codes, and hugely benefiting.
How about a statute for a whistleblower on some of this stuff? Give them 10% of whatever you recover or whatever you save. Give them something so that you can almost deputize people who know this is going on and have an incentive to call in.
I'll see it and I'll raise it. How about the senior citizens right now who get these bills? They know exactly where they've been, who they've seen, but these bills are so complicated that they can't hardly walk through it. So what this bill does is it speaks to a plan to actually get seniors so that they're empaneled and empowered to be able to determine this and call it in. Right now, they're overwhelmed by these various diagnostic codes.
I've seen the bills are complicated. Anyway, Congressman, nice to see you, sir.
Thanks, Greta.